Okay, well, everyone, let's thank Wayne for joining us tonight.
I gotta get this video.
Wayne, everybody, they've been waiting to talk to you. You're really, something else, something else. So we have a lot of questions tonight, but, I think we'll just start with how do you and Robin know each other? How do we get to the point of being on Catfish?
How much you got? 180. I'm sorry. My son in the car with me. I'm trying to get let's go buy you whatever you want. Okay, so go ahead, baby girl. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, I was just asking, how do we get to the point of Catfish? How did you and Robin meet originally?
Okay, so me and Robin was we was cool already. We was friends already. We was already friends for a couple of years or whatever. Robin was my homegirl, you know what I mean? We used to talk on the phone all the time and kick it and, you know what I mean, chill and shit, you know what I mean? Like, she was my partner already. So I already knew Robin. So the whole entire show was just fake as hell. The storyline, well, Robin in here now, so, I mean, Robin was my homegirl for like way before the show. Like, that was my dog, that was my partner. Like, we used to like, man, that was my dog, bro. Like, Robin was like more like that was my dog, bro. And so we was just really on the phone one night, right? So we chilling on the phone and we just talking or whatever. And she was like, it came up some kind of way. I don't know how it came up, but it came up some kind of way. We was talking about going on the show. So I was like, yeah, let's do that shit. We can do that shit, whatever. And she was like, okay. So I was like,
so you all knew each other before? Had you met each other in person before? Or you just knew each other online?
Knew each other before the show.
Like you knew each other online, or like you knew each other in real life?
In real life. We knew each other in real life already.
Y'all had hung out?
Like, we hadn't done all that. We knew each other in real life.
Okay.
The dude that we picked, now that was Robin. That was all Robin. Now that was all Robin. I ain't had nothing to do with that. I don't even know that dude. Robin picked that dude. That was just somebody. Okay. Everybody started to call. Okay. Everybody. Okay, so that guy, Robin picked him. I don't know where Robin got that dude from. I don't think she knew that LG, BTQ, whatever you call it. I don't think she knew that guy was that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't think she knew that guy was that. I think she was just looking at who just didn't look like me to make the story better.
Right.
And at first there was, when we was coming up with the story and we was talking about what we were gonna say, when she was writing them or whatever, and she was when we were trying to get in contact with them, I was telling her what to say, what to write. We was coming up with that shit together, whatever. And then I'm the one told her about the money situation. Like, yo, throw the money in there, whatever, because that what makes it more interesting, right? And so I was telling her, like, yo, when you're dealing with these networks and shit, you gotta do what the people want to see. You gotta do something to make you stand out from other people, because if not, you just gonna be the same. So I'm saying, like, if we could pull this off, or if I could try to get these folk to really do this shit, then this could be life changing. You never know what an opportunity may take you. So take advantage of every opportunity. You feel me? So we came up with a story with her. Finally, they hit back. So when they hit back, that's when I started to just, like, I got in contact with them and we got to get on the phone, we get to chopping it up. And that's when I really got them to, like, go with my ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had some crazy ideas or whatever. And it's supposed to have been super lit. Like, I'm talking about, like, when we was on the front yard, that's supposed to have been, like, the way I had it set up. It's supposed to have been like two girls come out the house and talk about like get the nothing up, like what the fuck going on. So you been talking to her because they supposed to been living with me. The poly shit supposed to been introduced way early in the show. They started changing everything. The shit I wanted to do was just too much drama for them. It was just like, wait a minute, it's too much going on. But I knew it was gonna make good TV. You feel what I'm saying? I knew it was gonna make good TV. But they went with it. So I was like, whatever. They started changing this, changing that. At first they were like, well, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. But then they was like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do this. We ain't gonna do that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I'm trying to have fun with this shit because, like I say, you never know where life will take you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you in front of that camera, when you have an opportunity, any kind of opportunity, you got to take advantage of that shit because you never know who watching, you never know who looking. You feel what I'm saying? And from my understanding of how I've seen life, all publicity is good publicity. You feel what I'm saying? So you may think, you look at Krishan Rock, like people say she wild as hell and she this and she that, but Shawty getting paid for that shit. You feel me? That shit have opened doors for her. It have put her in rooms that she normally wouldn't be in. You feel what I'm saying? So every opportunity that you get in life, you better take advantage of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? When that camera get to rolling, you better pop your shit. Especially when a lot of us coming from these small towns and coming from places where we ain't born into money. We ain't got that bread, right? And it ain't every day that you get an opportunity to be in front of millions of people to just showcase your character and your personality or who you is, to make shit funny or whatever, however you can do it. You feel me? So there was no money for me to give Robin back because Robin never sent me no money. Like I told you, I put that in the story. After we got finished filming, Robin gave me the money back.
So let's back up a few steps. So let's go back to when y'all are talking about getting on the show. What was the whole point of wanting to be on the show? Just to be on TV for the publicity?
At first it was just funny. At first it was funny. We was talking about the shit and it was funny. But I already had been, you know what I'm saying, working behind the scene in the industry doing some other stuff. I had already had some other stuff going on. Like I really been on my shit for a minute. You feel what I'm saying? This was just something funny that we was talking about. I think when we was talking, I think I was busy doing something when we was talking about doing it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we end up, you know, just like I thought it'd be something funny. So I'm like, shit, this a way to goddamn really come to the front street. Like, man, let's turn this shit up. Fuck that shit. Let's turn this shit up. Because the way I'm looking at it, like, well, shit, we maybe could get like, if you pop this shit right, you can get like a spin-off show. You can get people contact. You feel what I'm saying? Depending on how well they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know how to play this shit, man. So I'm like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So shit, that was the initial approach of the show was for us to really, number one, have fun and take advantage of an opportunity and create an opportunity. Because everybody ain't gonna knock on your door. You gotta let the world know you exist. If you just sitting still in your room and in your bed looking crazy, waiting on $1 million fall in your lap, or waiting to be the next star, or waiting to be whatever, that shit ain't gonna come to you. You gonna have to get your ass up and do something. Whether if it's getting on TikTok, whether if it's getting on Facebook, Instagram, whether if it's going on Catfish, if it's going on fucking, I wouldn't give a damn, Maury, hell, whatever you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta just do what you gotta do to try to make shit rock for you. You feel what I'm saying? And so that was creating a opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? That's all it was. It was creating an opportunity. But yes, to answer the question in the comments, the producers they was with us the whole way. Like they talked to us the whole way. They was with us. The ideas I had. I'm sorry, my phone's be going. Where my other phone at? I'm sorry, sweet. I'm so sorry. My phones be going crazy.
No, you're good. Let me ask you this. The relationship between you and Robin, strictly platonic, or were there some vibes there?
In the beginning, when we first started talking, it was, you know, when we first started kicking out of shit, you know what I'm saying? We was feeling each other and try to, you know what I'm saying, do what we do or whatever. But then it just became a straight friendship. Like, we were just great friends and had got so close that we were like family, bro. Like, they were my partner, they were my dog. Like, boy, they were my partner. Like, we was on FaceTime, like, video chat all day, every fucking day. Like, I'm riding around doing my day, doing what I do. She got them, you know, on FaceTime with me doing what she do. And she used to have her, I don't know what it was, her homegirl, which was her brother girlfriend. She would, like, be with her kicking shit, and we all would have fun, talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, old girl funny as fuck. I wonder what old girl at now. But we already knew each other. So the bottom line is, this whole storyline, the whole episode was fake as fuck. That shit was not real. We created the episode to, like I say, create an opportunity. That's all it was. It was to create opportunities.
Well, okay, so you say the whole episode was fake, so you know I have to ask.
Y'all finna add about my house and my car.
The house and the cars. The Catfish, we know Catfish will get an Airbnb for people. They will rent cars. They will buy rings.
Hold on. Robin will tell you my shit. I've been living in my shit for the longest. My son right here in the car. So he know what the fuck go on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that ain't my shit. You feel what I'm saying? One thing about them, to tell you something they gonna do. When you doing that, they're gonna research that shit. They're gonna research who own the property, who own cars, all that shit. Do you know why? Because if they don't, they will have to pay whoever own that shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? They gotta pay for that shit. You feel me? Now, people don't do their research. If everybody do their research now, listen, let me just show you the small stuff people don't do. The first thing I'm gonna do is go to your Instagram. Now, this show was filmed in 2017. If you go to my Instagram, you're gonna see the cars, the houses, go all the way back to 2014, 15. You're gonna see all of this shit, the same shit, right? There's a certain massage chair, right? I got a black massage chair. If you don't been on my page following me, you will see me sitting in this black massage chair all the time. My son's kids play and everything. At my current house now, I have my same massage chair. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Understandable. You know, it's just in the episode, you know, you see all the cars that first day.
I know what you about to say. I know what you about to say. Now listen, nobody seen that there was 2 garages right there. Mm-hmm. Correct? Mm-hmm. So where do cars go?
Well, yeah, they go in the garage, but it's funny because that red car that was in the driveway the second day, I saw it parked on the street the first day. Okay, so listen. So the reason that all the cars in the driveway is because this is what they wanted to do. They wanted a dramatic effect. They wanted when they pull up to show off the house, the cars, whatever. Mm-hmm. I had been got that black Suburban. I think I bought that black Suburban in 2014. What was that, 14, son? I think you were like 2 or 3 with that black Suburban. The one with all the TVs and stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
The one with all the TVs and shit.
Yeah.
That was like 2014. It was like 2014 when I got the second Sprinter. Yeah, like 2014, that when I got my second Sprinter. So, anyway, they wanted that dramatic effect. You gotta create good TV. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you just can't have it dull. You gotta create good TV. So pulling up to the house was a scene. It was a dramatic effect. You feel what I'm saying? It created a scene because you pull up, you see the house, you see the cars in the driveway. You feel what I'm saying? So when they told me, when I pulled up, do y'all know where I was?
Where you were?
I was sitting down the fucking street in the cul-de-sac. They cued me and told me to pull up. They was on the little walkie-talkie thing. They cued me and told me to pull up. That wasn't even my idea. That was Max's idea. I was at the house already. They told me to leave and go down the street so I can pull up. You gotta create good TV. The bottom line is, I think when this show was created, maybe the first thing was real. But when this back when we done this in 2017, if y'all do y'all research, Neve was going through some stuff with one of the people that had been on the show. The girl was talking about Neve had touched on her and had sexually assaulted her and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So the show was going through some stuff anyway. The ratings was going down. You feel what I'm saying? They was itching. And when these TV networks, they don't give a damn about the public and what's real and what's not real. They care about that money. They care about the sponsorships and shit. They want to get that check. So they want you to come on there, whoever you may be. They want you to look bad, act bad, but not too bad. Don't get our investors and our sponsors mad now.
Right. Don't
do too much. You feel what I'm saying? But if you ever worked in the entertainment world or worked in Hollywood and know how this shit runs, Viacom's on MTV. Viacom's on TV One, BET. Viacom's on all this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Before Catfish, I had already worked with Viacom already before. You feel what I'm saying?
What did you look at them on?
You probably remember the show Girl Code, Guy Code. Yeah. So I worked behind the scene with them before this. You see?
Yeah. What do you like in terms of like writing or?
Yes, writing, coming up with show ideas, being creative. You know what I'm saying? They call it creative writer or whatever.
Right. Okay.
So, all of this shit just be fake, bro. It's to create good TV for you to watch, for your entertainment. I'm gonna tell you something though. If you actually turn on your TV and watched some real stories or some of these shows or what they made of, it would be too boring.
Right.
You need some suspense.
Right.
You need some drama. You need some hype. You need that gonna make you, what? What did he just say? What did he just do? You feel what I'm saying? This is why they don't care about how you come on there looking. And if you notice on Catfish, they try to get the ugliest, baddest looking people. You notice they don't really get no goddamn, just really fly ass popping this tag goddamn people and shit. Before this episode that we done, that going on a date thing, that was me telling them that we need to put some flavor in this shit, like Love and Hip Hop. Cause mind you, back then Love and Hip Hop was popping like hell. So I'm telling them we need to add something in this that's gonna get my people to really into this shit. So you need to bring something to it. Let us go downtown Atlanta. Let us walk around. Let us go out on a date at a restaurant and shit the same way you got these reality shows doing it, right? Let us do this type of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? That's how that came in play. Before my episode, how many times you saw people do that shit?
Well, I've watched a lot of Catfish, and I'll tell you, Wayne, it's been a lot of different situations, a lot of good-looking people, a lot of people that might not look too great. People have gone on dates. People have found love.
So listen what I'm trying to tell you. The point I'm trying to make is, when it comes to TV, nothing is fucking real.
Right.
That shit ain't fucking real. None of that shit is real. Regardless of how you listen, you can write them now. You can give them some shit now. They're gonna tweak that shit to make it good TV. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, okay, let me ask you this. Now, I'm not trying to be messy, but is one of the mothers of your children named Alexandria?
Yeah, that's my baby mama. We ain't gonna talk about her though.
Oh.
Yeah, I ain't gonna speak.
I'm just saying.
Nah. I know you. Hold on. I know you saying that because they already called and told me that Shada was in the comments or whatever, but I ain't speaking on that because I don't speak on my children, moms and stuff like that.
I'm not trying to speak on her. I just want you to speak to the fact that she said those were not his cars. That was not his house. I would know I have a child with him.
So that's not true. So listen to this. When I first met her, our situation was unique when I met her. Okay. Unique situation. So, there was a lot of, Robin knew me way before she did. I met her in 2016. There's a lot about her about me that she didn't know. You feel me? So there was a lot about me that she didn't even know. There's places that she's met me at or seen me at and didn't even know that I even owned that, right? Certain things, places she didn't be in and she didn't know my ties was to that. Because once she got pregnant, I got in the mode of protecting myself because I didn't know her when she got pregnant. So I was in a protection mode. Everybody know how I move, you feel me?
Okay. So the way that you acquire your money, of course, you say you work kind of behind the scenes on some shows, and then there was Team Skylar. Are you still operating Team Skylar? What was Team Skylar? Because the streets is saying scammer.
So listen, baby girl, listen. I know what you're doing, but we're gonna talk real right here now.
We're talking real. These are the questions that people want to know.
All right, so listen. So number one, the show was filmed almost 10 years ago. Think about it. It was 7 years ago, almost 10 years ago. You feel me? So when I was on TV, when I did the Catfish episode, I ain't never been a scammer because I ain't never had the scam. You feel what I'm saying? I never been that. I was a street dude. Like, I was in a different type of lifestyle.
Right.
My lifestyle was a different type of lifestyle. And there wasn't no scamming behind none of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, where I'm from and who I am, I'm known. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
For what I was doing in the streets. That's just what it was. So that scamming shit, no, that ain't what it is. Cause back then, man, I ain't know shit about scamming. A lot of these folks ain't know shit about this scamming and the credit card scamming, all the scamming they doing now. Man, folks went on that shit back then.
Right.
If they wore, it was somebody in somebody's house sitting behind a computer or some shit. When nobody on that shit like they here now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they just folks just talking and just doing what they do. But no, I was not scamming or none of that shit. I was living a different type of lifestyle.
Right.
Like, I was living a different type of lifestyle. And for years, I always had this thing to feeling like I didn't belong in the streets when I was in the streets. I never felt like I belonged out there. I've always tried to do whatever I could to really come out those streets. With the money I made, I've always tried to invest it in stuff and do stuff with my money because I always wanted to come out the street. I never felt like I belonged. When I had him, I wanted to be out. You feel what I'm saying? But it just had a hold on me, bro. Like, it really did. And so every opportunity that I would come across, I would try to take it to try to push myself to the next level, to try to push myself to a next level and change, you know what I'm saying, the algorithm of my life and what I was going. You feel what I'm saying? I just wanted shit to take me out the streets. So with doing the Catfish thing, and they actually took back and they're like, okay, well, I really can make something out of this shit. I done that. You feel what I'm saying? I done that shit. And the thing about it was, the Catfish thing actually opened some doors for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? What's up, Shay? The Catfish actually opened some doors for me. It got me in some rooms, and it actually did what it did for me. I'm not gonna say that it wasn't great for me, beneficial. It was very beneficial to me. Like, it really did. It really did. And I had done other stuff before this, but that just put me out on the front street that made some people be like, this nigga funny as hell. Or like, some people like, I can't to play. Bro, marketing like a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Like, whatever he doing, we see what he doing. You know what I'm saying? In the Team Skylar situation, I started that foundation in my son's name.
Right.
I started in my son's name, and I come from a real small town, and I just felt like the love I had for my son, I felt like a lot of kids wasn't getting that love. I didn't have parents as a child to get that love. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm really that black sheep of the family. My mama gave me away when I was 2 years old, you know, because she cheated on her husband and had me by the side dude or whatever. And so I created Team Skylar as a way of fatherly love. Everybody that knew me knew when I had my son, I started changing. I was hanging in the streets less. I was changing a lot in my life. You feel what I'm saying? And so with me changing a lot in my life, everybody used to say they Team Skylar when they see me and him together, because I'm telling you, bro, like, he was with me, glued to my hip all the fucking time. I would tell niggas like, yo, I ain't doing it. I can't go here. I gotta get my son. I'm with my son, whatever. And so, you know, people just started saying, man, I'm Team Skylar, man. I'm Team Skylar. Saying like they team him because he changing me, right?
Right.
So I did this little event in my hometown, and it was in the name of Team Skylar. And that's how it came about. So I ended up making it legit business, you feel what I'm saying? And everything that I would donate to the school, everything I would do in the community, anytime I helped somebody, anytime I, you know what I'm saying, did whatever, you know what I mean? I would do it through that business in the name of just Team Skylar, because he was my only child at the time. You feel what I'm saying? He was my only kid at the time. Even when the girl my child's mother that you mentioned at the time, I didn't even know that she was even, that the child was even mine at the time. Like, I ain't even know that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even know that. So you can imagine how, for a great point, I was playing her from a distance. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, there was a lot she didn't know about me, and you got to be careful what you let people know. The more people know about you, the more of a threat they are to you. And when you start tying yourself to people with children and shit, you got to be careful how you move with that, especially when you don't know people. Because if not, they can come at you the wrong way and shit can get ugly. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So sometimes you move a certain way and operate a certain way just so you can see how people playing their cards, so who they is or how they gonna try to move with you. You feel what I'm saying? You can't really show people all your hand if you don't really know them like that. You feel what I'm saying? And they're just keeping it real. But That was the whole thing of the show. It's funny to me seeing people on the internet like, yo, they really think this shit is real. Like, they really think like this shit is real. Like, I may not be somebody else cup of tea, but I'm somebody coffee. You know what I'm saying? I don't look good to everybody, but I look good to the people. The people that think I look good. You feel what I'm saying? And you dig what I'm saying? I ain't got to catfish nobody. My name was too big in the streets. I'm a well-known person. That's some bullshit. It was just me, honestly, taking advantage of an opportunity. And was like, yo, Shawty, I always told Robin, I was like, yo, pop your shit, Shawty. When you get on there, talk shit back. Like, kick shit back at me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, create the drama. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I know you said y'all knew each other and everything, and I know that there are different aspects of the show that is faked, but that's why I was asking, oh, had you all met in person, or were you using this as an opportunity to meet in person? Then it was just like, oh, bonus will be on TV and get some clout.
No, I already met Robin. Me and Robin had already chilled, kicked it, whole nine. I know her.
Now, what's the whole nine?
Like, I know her.
Oh.
We ain't going into detail.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask her about it. Also, whenever you're filming a TV show, you're like, we're in on this. What are you and Robin saying to each other through this whole process? What are you texting back and forth? Are you texting back and forth while she's at the hotel and you're at the house? Are y'all linking up while the cameras aren't rolling? What's going on?
No. None of that going on. We ain't got to do all of that because everybody's in communication. Do you understand when we film this shit, it's just like they film anything else? The way we done it, I don't know about nobody else episode that have been on there. But I'm pretty sure you ask a couple more people that have been on the show, they would say, yo, that shit fake as hell, right? But the truth of the matter, our shit was fake as hell. We was in communication the whole time. I know what they doing and the whole nine. Let me just tell you something. You got to break the episode down. You'll get the truth right there. When they was riding in the car, how mysteriously did they have the phone laying right there and they driving and the phone ring?
Well, yeah, I already know there are certain aspects that are staged and faked and exaggerated, but I don't believe that y'all are as great of an actor. So there has to be some real components. That's the mindset that I'm in.
So listen, it wasn't about acting. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It wasn't about acting. They don't want actors to do this. They need people that's not actors because they're going to seem more real. The whole object of this show is to make people think that it's real. At this day and time, if anybody getting catfish, honestly, they're just dumb as fuck. With all of these ways to communicate and video call each other and talk to each other, bro. Come on, bro. People just dumb as fuck, bro. Ain't nobody doing that shit in these day and time. Not even back in 2017. That shit wasn't fucking happening. And if it would happen, it was to some bullshit ass people. You understand what I'm saying? None of that shit was going on. We was in communication the whole fucking time. Do you know what we done after the show, after we got finished?
What y'all do?
Everybody sat around at my house and chilled and drank and talked shit and laughed and had fun. Right, let me show you something. Hold on. Let me show you something. If I can get it. Okay. You said where the cars was, right? Okay. Do you see that?
Somewhat.
The cars, they're in the garage. They're in the garage. You feel me? This was after that, right?
Right.
Hold on, let me show you some more. Hold on, let me see. You ain't got the screen big enough, so there's certain little stuff you're not gonna see because it won't show like certain dates or certain stuff like that. If you look, the floors at the crib is branded with the Audi and Maserati and shit. You feel me? Because you know, it was stupid. I don't know why I did that. I was just kind of, you know, childish back then or whatever. Okay, this me at my car dealership in December 29, 2017.
Well, that was another thing they said. I saw someone, they said he works at a car dealership. He just borrowed those cars from the lot. That's what they say. You know, don't shoot the messenger.
Yo, listen what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You can't believe none of that shit people saying. Don't nobody, them folk don't know me. That's speculation, bro. That's speculation of what they assume, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. You said you're a popular guy. I was like, okay, let's see what the internet says. So the whole process. How long do you think would you say that whole process took from applying to be on the show to wrapping the final scene?
Got it. You back right. You back right. All right. That shit took like a couple of weeks.
Okay.
It took a couple of weeks. Because I was Robbie, tell them because they don't know what the fuck they talk about. But not too much of my business I'm talking about and they're going to expose on this interview. You feel what I'm saying? I just want to clear that regardless of what people's talking about, I'm telling you from the horse's mouth. Call your mama, son. I'm telling you from the horse's mouth. But the way people work, people don't want to believe shit. Listen, let me tell you something like this. Listen to this. 1,000 people could say something good about you. 100 people say something negative about you. Everybody key in on them 100 people that say something negative about you. Instead of them trying to research the good about you, they're going to research the negative shit and try to bring that to light. Do you know why? Because drama. It's attention grabbing. It get people's attention. So that's what people want to see. People want to hear the negative stuff. People want to hear that shit. That's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? I'm in the car because I just left the barbershop with my son. That's why we had to push this thing back. Me and my son just left the barbershop. So I pulled over so I can honor my word to her and give her an interview because we was on our way home. And I pulled over so I can honor my word and give her an interview. It's the day before Thanksgiving. So I'm getting stuff together for Thanksgiving. So that's why. Right? That's all I'm saying. So to sum up the questions that they want to know, right? This is what we forgetting though. What we forgetting is the show, like I said, was filmed almost 10 years ago, right? Yeah. The reason the house and the cars and stuff was in the show anyway is because I let them know we can't film this show without putting some of my real life in this shit. Because the people that actually know me from the streets are gonna say what? If my family, my friends, and everybody that know me, right? I'm standing in front of this old big ass stupid crazy mansion over here, and they're gonna be like, what? Oh, that ain't his shit. But they know this his shit. They know what the fuck going on. Like, you feel me? So it's have to make it believable. You feel what I'm saying? But now, 7 years later after the show, my house is 2 times bigger, you know. We don't ride those cars no more. I was even getting harassed in the Mazda or whatever. I had traded the Mazda in and got the 550 Benz. I traded the Mazda in and got the gray 550. Then matter of fact, hold on.
Oh, you ain't gotta prove nothing to us. We all friends here.
Let me see. Cause they swagger, man. So I had traded the Mazda because the Mazda had got too known, and I had traded the Mazda in and got the 550, right? The Maserati was a 2009. This is 2012.
Right.
You feel me? So I just got rid of that one and got that one, right? And well, you can't see, but none of every car I have my name on the tag of it. Back then, every car I had my name on the tag of it. Right. Even then, the Mazda. No, we ride different cars now. The house is different now, right? Like everything is different, bro. We talking about 7 years ago, so now it's different.
Okay, you said everything's different. So and you said some things were fake. What about you wanting to live the poly lifestyle? Was that real? Was that fake? Are you still trying to? What's going on with that?
So the poly thing came about because I was thinking about what would get shit popping. And when I say taking advantage of an opportunity, I I said, what would get things to push things to the next level depending on who watching the show, right? So let me try to attack points and say certain things, right? So the show's supposed to be the rich guy acting broke to find love, right? You actually have that out here in the world of people doing that. The poly situation was, I done seen where they do these little shows where they let the YT people show off the man with all the wives of the Amish community and all this stuff, right, with all the wives.
Right.
But you don't see nobody keying in on the black people that actually live in this lifestyle and healthy with it or whatever. So this was my way of bringing that to the forefront to try to get that talked about and try to get me with something, a spin-off show, or get something connected to me. You feel what I'm saying? So I could bring this to the light. Right? Then Robin being a big girl of that right there, being a heavyset girl, right? I like thick women like that, big girls or whatever. So this was me trying to tap into that market too, to say, yo, you know, some for the big girls, or like, bring the big girls over here. Let's get that conversation going, or whatever. If you look at it, kind of watch the show, it was certainly the key stuff that I was trying to bring. The reason the poly thing came at the end of the show, that don't dawn on nobody why it came at the end of the show. It came at the end of the show because it's supposed to be that banger.
Right.
They didn't want the girls to come out the house and do all the crazy shit and all that shit. They didn't want the drama and all that shit. But okay, let's put the poly thing in there, but let's do it out on the date.
Right.
Right? This is why they pulled me to the side and it was like, yo, talk about your life or how you feel and get emotional. This is gonna drop because you've been an asshole, but okay, now show an emotional side. And let the people see some emotional side, how you want to find love and, you know, how you be feeling and all of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then be an asshole, be a nice guy, and then come back and hit with the poly situation.
Right.
You feel me? That's how they were orchestrated and played. You feel me?
Now, why did they let y'all eat? Because I've noticed that whole conversation happened. There wasn't even waters on the table. Did they just sit y'all at a table, say talk, and then make y'all leave? Or did they at least pay for the meal?
Nah, we had food on the table. The restaurant had already knew from in advance that we was gonna be there. That's why they cleared the restaurant out. They already knew that we was gonna be there filming. They only had to
at least get to eat.
Yeah, we ate. Only the workers was in there.
Okay.
Only the workers was in there.
So really, you don't care for the poly lifestyle. That was just a marketing tactic for you.
Nah. I don't really. I mean, I've always, my whole life, bro, I done dealt with girls.
You've been living poly, but the other girls didn't know?
No, I ain't got to do that because I'm an honest person. I ain't got to do that. I done had poly situations or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I done dealt with poly situation. I done had two girls at the same time and stuff like that. That ain't nothing to me, bro. I've been dealing with girls that like girls for a long time, you know what I mean? Like, I've been doing that shit. I just know at the time, that shit was big in Atlanta. Right? In other places that people hide that shit. They cover it up and it's not talked about because it's shunned upon.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's people look at you bad if it's like, oh, he got two of them girls. Oh, he just, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the conversation is, let's talk about it.
Right.
That's all I was doing. Shit, I may not like pizza, but if pizza can get a conversation going, or pizza can create a new opportunity in my life, let's talk about it.
Right.
You feel me? At the end of the day, I'm an opportunist. That's not a bad thing. That means you're going to take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Some other people may be like, well, I wouldn't have went on Catfish and did it. I would have did it another way. Man, listen, you don't know what door going to open for you.
Right.
You don't know what door going to open for you. And for me, it worked for me. It opened doors for me. You feel what I'm saying? It got me in rooms that I probably wouldn't have been in if it wasn't for the show.
Right.
Because from the show, I met certain people, or certain people reached out to me and was like, yo, dude, I just watched this shit with my girl. Yo, you funny as fuck, bro. You funny as fuck. Hey, man, you want to come out to my video shoot, this, and that? Yo, man, we doing a party over here, man. Man, come out, man, or whatever. You feel me? And now we get to, conversing, and people start learning me as a person, and they're like, damn, dude, really dope as fuck. He really smart as fuck with the hustle shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You become a local superstar.
I mean, not even just local, like, in like everywhere, like especially through the internet. But my internet shit wasn't from Catfish. That shit came from people just fucking with real shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like when I talk and I talk the shit I talk, that's the shit I live. That's who I am. People know who, like, they're what I live by. So you can't deny the truth. You feel what I'm saying?
One thing that I knew that you weren't lying about when you said something about motivational speaking, and I saw that clip, and you're like, when you go to college, you take all these tests again. I said, oh, this dude definitely does motivational speaking. Like you can't tell me nothing else.
Yeah. I've like, even to now, you know what I mean? I done, been to, I go speak at certain places and shit and certain stuff like that because of, just my hustle, my all around hustle and just who I am as a person. You feel what I'm saying? Like people want to hear that shit. I've been through a lot of shit and I know a lot of shit. You feel me? And sometimes like children need to see people like them. They need to see somebody like them that's not a basketball player or a rapper or all this stuff. People that come from where they come from, that really still in touch with where they come from.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like even from my hometown or where I'm from, my hometown, don't nobody make it out of here. So from my hometown, I'm the most famous person from my hometown. Not because, I'm Jay-Z status rich or Jay-Z status famous, but it's like, they have looked up on TV a couple times and seen me. They have turned on their radio station and they have heard me on the radio talking great shit, positive shit. They see me come back to the city and do shit. They see me, have materialistic things that they, maybe never had, or just seeing me operate what I have operated. Some of the celebrity people I've dated and dealt with, or just, you know what I mean? Just doing what I do, you feel me? And so that's very motivational for people. Like everybody getting up every day, working a 9 to 5, and you see somebody come exactly from where you come from, and there was in them street, in them trenches, and in that mud, and you ain't in prison the rest of your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't dead. You still living. You still thriving. You still running businesses and shit. You still, being your person, you still growing, you feel what I'm saying? And so that's motivation for people, man, to see somebody come from that goddamn mud and actually do something with themselves or even try. You feel me? You never know what life gonna take you if you never fucking try. You gotta try. How can you say that you failed at something if you never really tried it?
Right.
How can you say if something won't work if you never try it? You gotta try it, bro. You either gonna win or lose, but I'll be damned if I go to bed without knowing.
Now, let me ask you this, and then I'll definitely can let you go. I just want to ask, what are you up to today, and what is the status of your relationship with Robin? Y'all still cool? You still talk? You still link up?
Listen, almost 7 years later, Robin's still my homegirl. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I had I had my son that I knew was mine. I had one kid, and then I had my other baby, Royalty or whatever. I didn't know that she was mine at the time or whatever. But now I got 5 kids.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got 5 kids now. I got 5 kids. I'm about to have a kid next week. I got a daughter finna be born next week, so this makes
congratulations.
I'm just a single man, just doing me. I got a trucking company. I will say that though. I can say that much. I got a trucking company. I got 4 box trucks. So that's what I do. I get up every day. I get in my truck. I make my move. I'm building a company right now. You know what I'm saying? It's doing very well. I got other investments and stuff I do. What I always have done. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing really too much changed about me. Ain't nothing too much really changed about me, but more kids, the address is different. Materialistic stuff gonna change and that shit gonna adjust as life go on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you could have a fucking a blue Honda this year and goddamn Christmas, you gonna get you a black one. You know what I'm saying? Like, so cars and cribs and all that shit changes as life changes. You know what I'm saying? They get bigger, cars change, and you know what I mean? And then when you get to older, I used to be a real flashy guy,
Right.
And I got to a point where I realized that shit don't work for you in life, man. Life ain't about showing the money off. Life is about really having the money.
Right.
Like, fuck looking like the money. Do you really got the money? You feel what I'm saying? And so over time, you grow, you change, you know what I'm saying? And you develop into, somebody different, and you start understanding money, you start understanding life, you start having children and shit like that, and you realize, like, yo, man, let me just have the money, bro. Like, I ain't gotta look like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can goddamn look at me and think I ain't got $10 in the bank, but I know me and my children ain't going to bed hungry.
Right.
I know anything that what you think, dude?
What?
Is your life good? Anything they like, come on, man. My son know, but daddy gonna go do the war for him, bro. What you want it, you getting it. You feel
Well,
me?
that's what it's all about.
Right. So it like, because I didn't have a father, I try to like love my son different. I tell him that all the time, how blessed he is, because he's 12, so he's old enough to understand the stuff I say.
Right.
I tell now, I'm not trying to be nice to a caller now. You calling the phone?
Yeah.
So, I say that to say, like, you know, I tell him all the time how blessed he is to have a father that actually been through something, right? I done everything under the sun besides be with another man and harm some children or some old people. But other than that, I done it. I done lied to women. I done played women out money. You know, I done lied to women about money. I done cheated on women. I done been low down. I done been in survival mode. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference when you living in survival mode and when you living in healed, free mode.
Right.
You feel me? Survival is a motherfucker. You feel me? But when you living healed, that's a totally different life. You feel me? So, somebody somewhere probably talking about the old me now.
My mom wanna know how long you got.
Tell her give me 10 minutes. Tell her we coming. Tell her we coming, but she ain't doing them. She cooking Thanksgiving dinner for y'all?
Yeah, but she said she trying to stay woke.
She trying to stay woke?
Yeah, to wait for me.
You want to go home with me or you want to go home with her?
I'm gonna go home with her, but for Thanksgiving.
So you don't want to go to the house up north with me?
I just don't want to go up north.
You just don't want to go up there? All right. Tell her I'm finna bring you down.
He said
So it's like, I done been out there. You feel what I'm saying? Outside, I done lived the life. I done it. I done been a fucked up dude in my life. You feel me? Even to now, I feel like there's a lot more that I can do better with as a father when it comes to my children. But I got so many, and they so spread the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And different mamas and personalities and attitudes, you know what I'm saying? That's my biggest battle right now, is being a better father. That's my biggest battle right now, is being a better father, trying to orchestrate life and put life in a position to where, you know, every dollar I got is completely working for me. And I ain't working for the money. I ain't grinding and continue hustling for the money. You feel me? But I'm just 36 years old. So, you know, I feel like I'm still, well, I ain't say nothing was cute about having kids all over the place. It happened. You know what I mean? Like,
she said, that if you don't bring me in the next 3 minutes, she gonna come pick you up.
She gonna come pick you up. You know, she ain't coming down here. So,
well, Wayne, you know, I don't want to, you know, hold you too much longer. You know, I really do appreciate you talking with me and my audience.
yeah, but to sum up all y'all shit, the show wasn't real. I didn't take money from Robin. Robin didn't send me no money. When nothing about the storyline was real, nothing at all was about it real. You feel what I'm saying? But people gonna look at you however they look at you. But do that. I don't give a fuck. Shit, like, I'm motherfucking me. At the end of the day, I'm gonna pop my shit and keep living my life and doing me, because the opinion of somebody else don't bother me. It ain't like it gonna affect life or nothing. Life gonna keep going on, because, you know, I'm gonna always be where the love at. So if there's 100,000 people that don't like you, I'm gonna focus on the million that do, or the 10,000 that do. You know what I mean? So my house was my house. My cars was my fucking cars. You know, I've always had foreign cars and done what I done. I've always done what I done. You feel me? But the house is bigger. The cars are different. The money's still good. Life is still great. God's still blessing me. I'm still living. I'm still growing. You know, I think some stuff that people worry about is like, the moment we let you know that the show is not real at all, nothing else should even matter, honestly, because that's like you watching Power, right? And you're gonna go see the dude, I forgot his name, but you see him in the street, and then you fussing at him about how he treated Tyrese. What the fuck, shawty? This shit ain't real, it's TV. But the reason people feel the way they feel is because MTV tells you that this is real.
Right.
So you believe whatever they tell you. You feel me? So you gonna believe like, yep, you real, cause they said that show real. All right, shout. All right. Like, all right, cool. Yeah, you right. That Coca-Cola commercial real too, cause that real Coca-Cola in that goddamn glass. You look at that, that feels like that. Now go get one and pour it up and see you get the same effect. You feel what I'm saying though?
Right.
That shit be crazy though. Like I really have had people come up to me in the streets or see me in public and be like, "You was wrong as hell for how you done robbing." Like, what the fuck? Like, motherfucker, y'all tripping. This shit ain't real. Like, it was just TV. What the fuck? But, you know, it is what it is, man. I fuck with everybody, man. It is what it is, though. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't tripping off of that shit, bro. The people that's the thing about it. Most of these people don't really follow me for real. But I be in my houses, my cars, like, I go live. I be live for hours. You know what I'm saying? People see, you know what I'm saying? People see what it is. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm not doing the interview to defend my character. I just want to clear up the fact. My character, I ain't trying to defend. Or what I got and don't got, I'm really not trying to defend it, because it don't matter if you believe I got this or I don't got that. It don't matter if you believe 10 years ago that wasn't my house and my cars. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody losing sleep about it. We know the life we living over here. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matter. But what does matter is people really, really thinking that this show was real. That does matter. That the reason it matters is because it's like, yo, why the fuck are y'all keep fucking with me about this damn show when it wasn't real? It's not real. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't real. So I was like, y'all chill out. Y'all doing a little too much now. Like, going on over there.
Well, Wayne, thank you so much for speaking with me, you know, and I want you to have a happy Thanksgiving and keep living your life the way you've been living it. It seems like you're doing great, and I love that for you.
Yeah, more definitely, baby girl, more definitely, man. I wish you the best success and the best love and luck, man, with all that you're doing with social media, man, and all you trying to do and accomplish with this social media thing. You know what I mean? Like, I wish you the best with it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really do. Like, because it's difficult, you know what I mean? But I wish you the best with it.
Thank you. Well, yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you kind of got a point, sister. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving, girl, baby girl, and enjoy your day, enjoy your night, your time, or your evening, or whatever.
All right.
All right, baby girl.
All right. Y'all, I was just worried about him getting his son dropped off. I was like, look, don't be telling us you was late because you was talking to me, because I don't want no problems in the streets, okay? Oh my goodness. He got a little long-winded there, but that's it, guys. I definitely was recording this, so I will upload it to my YouTube channel and probably end up posting some clips here on TikTok. But thank you all for tuning in. Have a happy Thanksgiving. You know, a little bit of tea before the holidays. So